So I'm filing up a couple of new saw plates for a friend, and I'm at the point where I'm getting ready to add the nib. Because, no good handsaw should be without a proper nib. So if you've got an old saw in your stash that has maybe lost the nib over the years, or maybe you're interested in building a saw of your own, here's the way that I go ahead and file the nib in.
So I start by copying the profile of the front of my distant number 7, which does already have a nib, and that'll give me the front profile. Then I'm going to chuck up the plate in my saw vise, and I'm starting with the file held with one edge perpendicular. And basically I'm just kind of cutting in the side of the nib. And what you're going to see is by holding that edge perpendicular, it defines the side of the nib, and it also defines the slope where the saw begins to dip down. Once I have the one side of the nib already defined, then I'll flip the file so that the other side is perpendicular, and I will file the other side of the nib down. And this is really a lot like cutting new teeth into a saw plate. And once I have both sides sufficiently sunk to the depth I want, then I'm going to start rolling the corners. And this is going to round the corners of the nib and give it its final shape. And I'm just rolling the file as I push it forward. Then I can go ahead and roll the back edge as well to take away that sharp corner and give it that little profiled slope. Then I'll switch to my mill file and I'll file down the front of the saw in front of the nib all the way up to the toe. I'll get that good and flat and file it right down to that line that I traced. And then the last thing I'm going to do is tip the corner of the toe of the saw up, and I'm going to round over the corner there just to take the sharp point off and give it a nice little rounded profile on the toe. It's the same as rounding the nib. I just roll the file as I push it forward. And there you go. 2 new saw plates with 2 new nibs.
Thanks for watching.